Fighting.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all the members of the meeting. So firstly, thank you to everyone for attending our meeting today. And today, the meeting is about discussing the details of our event entitled Every Day is a New Chapter in Life. And we are assigned as the sponsorship and promotion committee for the event. So before we proceed, it will be very nice for us to recite a simple prayer first. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma yassir umurana ya Allah, yassir umurana ya Allah, yassir umurana ya Allah. Rabbi yassir wa ta'assir Rabbi. فإن تيسير كل عسر عليك يسير اللهم تمم بالخير برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. Lord, please give us peace of mind during our meeting. Help us focus so that we can clarify our ideas properly and reach our desired objective at the end of our meeting. Amen. So before we officially start the meeting, are there any absentees here? Okay, if that's clear. So the main agenda of our meeting is to discuss about our work progress, about how far have we gotten with our assigned tasks, and apart from that, we will also discuss about the challenges we face during our assigned tasks. Okay, so Ms. Diana, would you like to start with the explanation of our strategies in workflow first?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to everyone. My name is Diana Amira. I am the secretary of the event Every Day is a New Chapter in Life. So, as the secretary of the event, I would like to brief the agenda for the meeting today, which we are going to discuss the work and the strategies of this committee. The sponsorship committee are responsible to seek funds that will be used for the implementation of the program. And for the sponsorship purpose, a few documents have been prepared, which is the sponsorship letter and also the proposal. The sponsorship letter is crucial as it contains the benefits that the sponsors will receive in return of their sponsorship, and the benefits that we are going to offer to our sponsors is they will join us as part of charity, and also we will display their name and brand in the banner of the program and the pamphlet also. And as for the strategies and the work plan, we already draft 3 approach. Alright, okay, so the first approach that we will use to approach the brand and the company is we assign a team, a public relation team, to approach the company through emails and websites. This we target for company that is not in local in Ipoh. And we also will have the public relation team that will approach the brand and outlet around Ipoh for donation item and also the project needs such as baby kits and also baby necessities, and also bookstores if you want to donate some books and etc. And the next one, we also have set a fundraising team, which this team are responsible to set a fundraising within the Unique RCMP campus, and we target students and staffs of our Unique RCMP to donate for this event. Besides from that, we also target to set a fundraising in the nearby masjid, which we will discuss with the authorities of the masjid. That's all from me as the secretary of the Every Day is a New Chapter in Life. Thank you.
Okay, so for the next one, Ms. Sarah, please explain about our projected budget.
Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Siti Sarah and I am your treasurer for sponsorship committee. Today I will present our budget for the event Every Day is a New Chapter in Life. Basically, we will distribute the budget to 4 committees. The committees are protocol, special tasks, activities, and food and beverages. As for the first committee, which is the protocol committee, a total of 25 ringgit is given for 5 units of invitation card. The second committee is the special task committee. The special task committee require budget for pamphlets, souvenirs, and transportation. So for 5 units of pamphlet, we allocate them 1 ringgit, and 400 ringgit is allocated for the souvenirs part. As you can see, the souvenirs is then classified into 3 more parts, which are for the VIP, lecturers and participants. So we will allocate them with total of 400 ringgit. Lastly, they also ask the expense for transportation, which is the amount is 162 ringgit, as we need to provide budget for the bus and the drivers overtime. As for the bus, we need to pay 70 cents per kilometer, and the total kilometer for our event is, for the bus is 30 kilometer for 2 ways, and that is why we allocate 42 ringgit for the bus. However, we are also required to pay for the drivers overtime, which is 50 ringgit for 8 hours. Thus, the drivers overtime is around 120 ringgit. Furthermore, as for the third committee, which is the activity committee, the required budget for only 129 ringgit because they only needed staff for the activities, which are the A4 paper, 5 packs of tissue paper, 10 packs of cellophane tape, and 5 packs for marker that has 3 pieces in each packet. So lastly, we allocate the Food and Beverages Committee with 460 ringgit. Only breakfast and lunch is provided because our event only lasts until the lunch time. So the breakfast required, we will allocate for the breakfast 130 ringgit and for the lunch 260 ringgit. Besides that, 70 ringgit is also allocated for 10 boxes of drinking water. That's all from me for the budget. Thank you.
Okay, so we move on to the next one. So Ms. Azima, please explain about your workflow on public relation for the online part.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all of you. I am Nurul Azima, person in charge for public relation via emails. Okay, during our mid-sem break, Diana and I had been surveyed some potential companies that could join us in our event as a sponsor to donate their good for our event in May. Okay. But then after a thorough discussion, we have made a clear decision to only reach out for the company that could give us their goods rather than give us in the form of money. Because of we need to face a lot of procedure and problem ahead if we deal with the money. So it is better for us to get the goods directly from them to us. Okay, right now we have been approaching some companies, namely Easy Wards, Drivers, Super Ace, Johnson, for their specialty in providing us the baby necessities. Apart from that, we also take into account about the mother. We need maternity pad for the mothers after they are giving their birth. Okay. As a conclusion, as a person in charge in public relation team, Diana and I had planned our workflow and strategy to approach the company and to convince them to join our upcoming event as a sponsor. Currently, we are waiting for their reply and hopefully they're willing to accept our invitation. Okay, thank you.
So we move on to the offline part of public relation. So Ms. Shafiqah, would you like to explain something?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning to everyone. I am Nur Shafiqah binti Amayani and I will present about public relation via offline. So my strategy is that I will go to this targeted sponsor and meet the manager or the owner and propose verbally. I will hand them the sponsorship letter or the proposal, depends on the requirement. The first targeted sponsor is Mydin, Jasco and Tesco. I will propose to have snacks in goodies bag for each 70 participants, toiletries in small bags for each 70 participants, baby kit for newborn for 35 mothers in the Taman Sri Putri, and also I will propose to have toilet papers which will be used for the activities, And the second targeted sponsor is that the stores that sell clothes near the UniKL. So I will propose to have all fashion shawls. It can be in small amount since we will be asking lots of stores. The old fashion shawl will be handed to the girls as gifts. And the third targeted sponsor is McDonald's, KFC and Mary Brown. I will propose to have breakfast, morning tea, lunch or tea time. It is only for 50 facilitators and the lecturer. The challenges that I might face is that we will not get the sponsorship since it is a closed program. So the sponsor might reject us because it will be no credit for them to promote themselves. And the second challenges is that we might be sponsored in a small amount that is not sufficient for the amount of participants. And the third challenges is that the quality of the sponsor item is low. I think that's all. Thank you.
So now we move on to the fundraising team. So I would like to call upon Mr. Song Wai Kit to explain about your work progress.
Good morning everyone. My name is Song Wai Kit. I'm the one of the committee member in charge of the fundraising. As we need to get the permission before we starting the fundraising, we need to submit the proposal to get the STCL to approve our proposal. Okay, as we know that there are 16 proposals that have been submitted to the STCL. The possibility of not getting the permission are quite high because there are 16 of the proposal is submitted. So STCL might take longer time to conduct their meeting to approve our proposal. While waiting for the proposal to be approved, I plan to prepare the donation box to be placed at the foyer of the main campus. Okay. The design of the donation box is very important because it can attract the attention of the student. Okay, so the logo and the title, every day is a new chapter, stick on the donation box so the student can know that donate the money or the cash or the items to which party. Okay, books and the items are welcome to be donated. Besides that, we plan to collect the funds from our lecturer. Now the challenges we might face is the time to collect the funds from the student and lecturer is very limited. This is because the time to collect the fund is less than 1 month. Okay. And the second challenges that we might face is the item and cash that we collect from the student and the lecturer is not achieve our target. That's all.
Okay, so good explanation from Mr. Song Wai Kit. So anyone from the other two? Miss Wan Ariani?
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to all members. My name is Wan Ariani Farhana and I'm under fundraising team. Now I will explain more on my task. Basically, I am handle the fundraising between the classes in RCMP. The target for this collection is about 200 ringgit. For first round, I am targeting 5 classes only, which are Bachelor Pharmacy Sem 4, Diploma Radiography Sem 4, Diploma Pharmacy Sem 2, Diploma Pharmacy Sem 4, and Diploma Physiotherapy Sem 4. For your information, I'm not collect it directly, but I will give the charity box to their representative to distribute it within their members. Okay. But as we know, the proposals are not still approved. So here I having some problem, which is I do not have enough time to make the collection because I do not know the exact time to start the collection. I be informed that the diploma students are going to have mid-sem break starting from 28 April, and I do not think that 1 week is enough to start the collection. The second problem is the amount that I collect may not achieve the target, which is 200 ringgit. But this is okay because I have the backup plan for this problem, where I am going to make second round to other classes. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, good explanation again. So Miss Fatina Jihad.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. I bid to our Mr. Chairperson, Mr. Nukman, and to all of my fellow members in this sponsorship. Okay, I am Fatina Jihad, so I'm in charge in the fundraising activity together with Wan Arani and Sowaikid. So my target is in fundraising activity is to collect the fund from the hostel and masjid. So before that, in order for me to collect the fund from the hostel and the masjid, so I need to get the permission from SDCL first. So we must wait until our proposal is approved before we conduct the fundraising. So for the first attempt, I will conduct the fund from the hostel residents, in which my target is only about 100 ringgit. So I will go to room by room, starting from 5th level to collect the fund. So I plan to collect the fund during the night, because during the night all of the students will be in the hostel, and during the weekdays, not in weekend. So there will be much student in the hostel. And then but there are some challenges that we will face, in which not all of the residents in the hostel will give cooperation to open the door to any strangers. So I think that's one of the challenges. So after the collection from the hostel, then I will try to approach the masjid manager. Then in order for me to approach the masjid manager, I need to wait until our proposal is approved by SCCL. So after that, I will try to get the permission from the masjid manager to collect the fundraising there. So I think one of the challenges that we will face is that there is the risk of maybe our box will be stolen, because we all know that in masjid there will be a lot of stolen cases in masjid. Okay, that's all from me.
Okay, thank you for the fundraising team for your presentation of your workflow. So now we move on to the marketing purpose. So Mr. Haziq, I would like it for you to explain about your work progress.
Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. I'm Muhammad Aziz bin Hashim, and I'm the person in charge for marketing purpose. For marketing purpose, I have 3 alternatives to perform it. Firstly, we need to choose the medium that is cheaper first, and secondly, we need to pick a strategy that has a better reach, and last and not least, we must using a platform that can give almost direct response. So actually, we have 2 methods for approach the student of UniKL to be inquired about our program. Firstly, we can use traditional method, which is by distributing the flyers among the student of UniKL. But it may be costly, because last week Waikid and I went to the shop supplying flyers at Jalan Persiaran Green Town, not far from our UniKL. The shop owner can give about 7 cents for 500 flyers, or 5 cents for 1,000 flyers. Black and white flyers. So it may be costly about RM50 ringgit for cost of the flyers. Secondly, we can approach via digital method, which is via computer or handphone. For computer use, we can approach the student using Facebook. Recently, I found that on UniKL official Facebook page, there are 2,987 followers and counting. In addition, I found that there are also certain lecturer and alumni students in UniKL official Facebook page. is a good news to us, so that hopefully they can contribute more money to our program. And lastly, we can approach the student via handphone use. We can approach we can approach the student of UNICA using WhatsApp. In WhatsApp, we can clarify our objective in short statements, so that it is easy to attract student attention to read our statement. So that I will inform every class representative from every batch in the faculty to spread our statement to the class members. That's all from.
And last but not least, I would like to call upon Ms. Alia, so the person in charge for the entrepreneurship.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning to all. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Chairperson. My name is Siti Aladiana. I'm in charge in entrepreneurship.
Basically, I have to sell stuff to support our program expense. As we know that our program is a student-based program, and we don't have any budget that is allocated for us from RCNP. So my plan is to sell food and beverages at the foyer and student residential. The food that I'm planning to sell is maybe in kind of snacks and others. So I'm also plan to sell the items room by rooms,
So that we can get the money from the student at the hostel.
Besides, I know a few people in our batch are creative. They can make arts and craft. The artwork that they can make is such as calligraphy, drawing, painting, and others. So I'm thinking of to collaborate with them, and I will discuss with them whether they are agree or not to share part of their profit to support our budget expenditures. The possible challenges in my task is I might not get the approval from the STCL to sell the food and beverages at the foyer. The second one is due to the limitation of time, the profit that we might get is insufficient to support all the budget that needed to conduct our event. But still, we will do our best to maximize our effort so that the event will be running smoothly. Lastly, I hope that the administration and the party that we will collaborate will cooperate with us. Thank you.
So Mr. Sowaikid said just now that there is a possibility of not getting the approval from SDCL, right? Since there are 16 proposals submitted there. So it will take a longer time to be approved, right?
Yes.
So in that case, we will have to take a rather drastic measure like selling snacks at the foyer, so that we will earn some emergency money to be added to our budget.
And as Nurshafika has already said that she might have problem in for the companies to reject our invitation for sponsorship regarding the marketing and publicity. So we decided to display the brand and company name in the pamphlet and also the banners of the program. So that's how we are going to convince them to join our event as a sponsors.
So now, I think we have reached the conclusion of the meeting. So I'm glad because we have met our objective for today's meeting, which is to clarify our work progress and the challenges we face in our work. So I want to thank everyone for participating well in the meeting. So I wish all of us good luck for the execution of future tasks. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Such a motivator, gotta get you here. So sick of saying yes sir, yes sir. You're such a instigator, you wanna be the big, take it or leave it, yes sir, yes sir. I can't wait another minute. I can't take the notions getting your body rocking, keep me up at night. Money in a million, my lucky strike. Got me so high and then she dropped me. She got me back. Take me inside and then she wrapped me. She keeps me up all night. This is what it sounds like.
There are 16 proposals has been submitted to the SDLC.
So the high